How are you feeling to be a part of Startup Mahakumbh 2024 edition?
As a matter of fact, this Bharat Mahakumbh, Startup Mahakumbh is one of the places wherein I feel that, the entrepreneurs from different parts of India has to be in. And this is one of the shows which is the largest in the country.
In this travel business that you're into, how
yeah.
competitive goes?
कोई भी business competition से तो भरा हुआ ही होता है, right? So, you need to probably find out a right thing wherein you can add value.
तो Ease My Trip में और क्या हम लोग नए वेंचर्स के बारे में सोच सकते हैं in the coming years?
We are very focused right now what we've been doing. तो हम लोग अभी फ्लाइट टिकट्स में बहुत आगे बढ़ रहे हैं. होटल बुकिंग्स, हॉलिडे बुकिंग्स, एक्टिविटीज, ट्रेन बुकिंग्स, कैब बुकिंग्स, वी हैव बीन डूइंग एवरीथिंग. आई बिलीव दैट कंपटीशन तो हर मार्केट में रहता ही रहता है. What you probably can execute in a different way is a different thing altogether, right? And that's where you can make a lot of sense.
Resilience is one. The whole family has made this business really go on.
Yeah. So my father is into a different business, but as a matter of fact, the support which we have got, he trusted upon us. He has given us a free hand that do whatever you want and make your own mark. Don't get involved into my business. That's something which helped us.
Welcome, Rikant. How are you feeling to be a part of Startup Mahakumbh 2024 edition?
Yeah, I feel delighted. मजा आ रहा है यार. There are lots of startups. There are like more than 1,200 startups. There are more than 1,000 investors. There are more than 40,000 business delegates. There are more than 7,000 students. So it is a kind of place which gives you goosebumps once you enter in. And being an entrepreneur, it feels excited. Yeah.
So how easy have your trip been to here?
The trip is very hectic because at the night I got a call that I need to be there in the panel discussion in the morning, and I did not inform my driver.
Oh my god.
So then in the morning I have to call him, and I was lucky enough he picked my call, and then I got over here. And as a matter of fact, this Bharat Mahakumbh, Startup Mahakumbh is one of the places wherein I feel that the entrepreneurs from different parts of India has to be in. And this is one of the shows which is the largest in the country. Yeah.
So moving ahead, I want to ask you about one thing कि आपने अभी जैसे बताया कि ड्राइवर्स की प्रॉब्लम थी, तो Ease My Trip में और क्या हम लोग नए वेंचर्स के बारे में सोच सकते हैं in the coming years? Will we be getting drivers?
Yeah. So I think that's a very big problem to solve because this is somehow related to mobility.
Yes.
But ultimately we are very focused right now what we've been doing. तो हम लोग अभी फ्लाइट टिकट्स में बहुत आगे बढ़ रहे हैं. होटल बुकिंग्स, हॉलिडे बुकिंग्स, एक्टिविटीज, ट्रेन बुकिंग्स, कैब बुकिंग्स, वी हैव बीन डूइंग एवरीथिंग wherein we feel that there is an opportunity wherein we can serve the country. And we are also doing a lot of things, like for example, if you come to our stall in the Startup Mahakumbh, you'll find that we have started creating VR and AR. We have created a very nice VR and AR of Mata Vaishno Devi, and that is in collaboration with Standard Chartered Bank and Kia. And we've been able to showcase that in a video format because specifically in terms of travel industry, right? आप बात करते हैं डिजिटाइजेशन की, बट दैट कि ट्रैवल तो वैसे ही फिजिकल होता है. यू कांट प्रॉब्ली चेंज दैट, राइट? इन द नेक्स्ट डेकेड आल्सो यू कांट चेंज इट, बट जो आप चेंज कर सकते हो कि कैसे आप डिस्कवर करते हो, कैसे आप प्लान करते हो, फिर आप बुक करते हो. तो इन द डिस्कवरी, यस एब्सोल्युटली. So discovery phase में और planning phase में, you would have a lot of AR, VR coming in, a lot of things like for an example, आप imagine करो in the future, जैसे आपके फोन में एयरप्लेन मोड होता है, अगर आपके फोन में एक लीजर मोड हो गया, आपने लीजर मोड ऑन कर दिया, and you start getting the nudge of different destinations nearby you. So that will be a game changer.
So that's why you are making it Ease My Trip, actually making it very easy for the people.
Yeah, 101%. So whenever I meet and somebody's in trouble, I always used to say, boss, please ease your trip.
So that is how you आपने नाम ऐसे ही चुना. Ease My Trip कैसे आपने चूज किया? तो
स्पेसिफिकली Ease My Trip का नाम हम लोगों ने चूज करा था बिकॉज उस टाइम पे we were having very big problems while easing our own trips. So then we thought कि this is an opportunity for us wherein we can solve the problems of entire India. So that's how Ease My Trip came into the picture.
Wow.
Yeah.
So मैंने जो सुना है कि आपने गैराज से स्टार्ट करके एक पब्लिक लिस्टेड एंटिटी आप बन चुके हो.
Yeah.
So how was the journey all about? Would you like to share?
जर्नी बहुत ही ज्यादा अप्स एंड डाउन से भरी हुई है. मतलब एज ए मैटर ऑफ फैक्ट हमने एज एन ट्रैवल एजेंट स्टार्ट करा था wherein we wanted an internet connection at our home. So belong to a Marwadi conservative family. My father and my mother said that if you're gonna be having an internet connection, बच्चे बिगड़ जाएंगे. And गलत चीजें देखेंगे, you know what I mean to say, right? So in that particular case, we convinced them that we will book your flight tickets, we'll book your hotel bookings, and we can save a lot of money when you have been booking through a travel agent. So that is how we started, as in travel agent first of all, got an internet connection. Then to display to my father and mother, we started booking their tickets, saved some money for them, they were happy. Then started booking for my family friends, and then we saved a lot of money for them. Then me and my brothers Nishant, Prashant and me, right? So we are like Prashant is the eldest brother, then Nishant and then Rikant. So you're gonna be taking the initials of all three brothers.
Okay.
Prashant P and then Nishant and then Rikant R. Okay. So it seems PNR. So that how we have to be there in the
lovely
travel industry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
So going from your story, as you shared with us, it is very interesting that PNR
Sure.
concept that you took
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Now tell us one thing about the business, in this travel business that you're into,
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
competitive it goes, because
Yeah.
when we talk about travel,
Yeah.
it's about actually directly dealing with the passenger's mode
Yeah.
of choice,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then I think
Yeah.
Ease My Trip has
Yeah.
expanded to train,
Yeah. Yeah.
airways, everywhere.
Yeah.
So how has this been very difficult market?
So,
for
I'll
you?
tell you, देखो मेरी नज़र में ना कोई भी बिजनेस कॉम्पिटिटिव से तो कंपटीशन से तो भरा हुआ ही होता है,
बिल्कुल।
राइट? सो you need to probably find out a right thing wherein you can add value. Like for an example, when we approached investors initially when we started the company, so we even used to say that this is a business, because at that time startup word was not that too famous, right? So हमारे केस में क्या था, then we reached out to couple of investors. ऐसा नहीं कि हमने इन्वेस्टमेंट रेज करने की कोशिश नहीं करी, we bootstrap till now. हमने बीच में 2010 में 2011 में हमने काफ़ी कोशिश करी और हमने हर किसी इन्वेस्टर को अपनी स्टोरी बताई. And we told them that this is a concept which we are already doing. A lot of players are already doing it. It's a competitive market.
True.
And the people say travel industry is very very cutthroat competition. तो हमारे केस में क्या था ना, that we said that कि हम शायद कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं होगा, but in a case wherein we will be able to execute the things in a very different way. तो हमने समझाने की कोशिश, लोगों ने समझा नहीं है. नाउ वही लोग हमें वापस आते हैं और बोलते हैं कि हमने गलती करी, हमने आपने इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं करी.
But was the challenge from Make My Trip or any other brand existing and taking over larger market share कि how will you override them? It was about नया idea ज़्यादा important है कि उनको तोड़ना भी जरूरी है.
देखो, आई बिलीव दैट कंपटीशन तो हर मार्केट में रहता ही रहता है. What you probably can execute in a different way is a different thing altogether, right? And that's where you can make a lot of sense. So the players what you name right now, right? So already been present for a very long time, and kudos to them, because one of the largest player right now in the country, they are the one who created the market.
Yes.
Right? But in our case, if I would say that we are the one who cultivated what they have grown.
Wow.
So as a matter of fact, that in terms of our competition, right? So they had very very deep pockets, and till now also they have very deep pockets, right? So in our case, we wanted to do it in a way that becomes self-sustainable for the company. So we have always been focusing on the bottom lines, and happy to inform you that Ease My Trip is one of the very few companies who got bootstrapped and have been profitable from the day we incepted the company, and now been a unicorn and also been IPO'd in 2021. So we are one of the success stories which we are now feel proud of, that this is what we have created. And the entire model of Ease My Trip is very nimble, very agile. All of the people in the company, they are very very much fascinated to work with us. Even as a matter of fact that our iteration in our company is very very low, though we are like more than 1,500 plus team members all across India. We have been also now acquiring multiple companies. We're taking like majority stake in them. So our way of working is that we work along with the people. We build the relationship that's long lasting.
Today only I got to learn that being a good leader and learning a good team is what will make a company huge, and I think that you cracked. Tell us 3 things before I let you go that really worked in your favor, and that you learned in this journey, that ये चीजें ही मेरे को इतना दूर तक ले आए.
देखिए, first is resilience, right? So the path will be filled with ups and downs. You will have to be focused what you need, what you want to do. Even as a matter of fact, in our case as well, बहुत सारी situation ऐसी थी जिसमें हमें लगा कि यार अब तो खत्म हो गया है, अब कुछ और नहीं हो सकता. But then we all 3 were together as in brothers and the partners. We all supported each other. ऐसा बोला जाता है कि अगर आप ब्रदर हो, फैमिली बिजनेस हो तो शायद नहीं चलता, बट हमारे केस में इट वर्क वेरी वेरी वेल. एज अ मैटर ऑफ फैक्ट, जो हमारा इंटरनल बॉन्डिंग है बिटवीन ईच अदर, राइट, दैट वर्क वेल. कि अगर किसी फाउंडर ने कुछ बोला तो मैंने समझ लिया, मैंने कुछ बोला बिना बोले, द अदर फाउंडर्स बीन एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड.
So less of conflict because you are brothers and bonded together in your
no, I think that कि अगर ब्रदर्स होते तो शायद कॉन्फ्लिक्ट ज्यादा होता है. That's what the people say, but हमारे केस में it's very opposite. As a matter of fact, we have been taking care of our own department. जैसे I'm a tech guy, I'm an operations guy. I was the first coder in the company, and just to tell you, I started this when I was 16 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, so with just a meager investment of 15 lakh rupees, which was invested, which we accumulated the profit while working as a travel agent, and my father definitely supported us a lot, and my mother has also been one of the flag bearers of the company.
Wow.
So yeah, resilience is one.
The whole family has made this business really go insane.
Yeah, so my father is into a different business, but as a matter of fact, the support which we have got, he trusted upon us. He has given us a free hand that do whatever you want and make your own mark. Don't get involved into my business. That's something which helped us. A second point which I would want to mention is innovation. You'll have to keep on innovating. Matlab, there is no point that if you probably keep yourself in the same product, in the same line, you won't be able to achieve anything according to me. Like for an example, now we are way ahead. We are into VR, AR. We are also getting into personalization
So
of
you
the
have
content.
to upgrade yourself as soon as the technology upgrades themselves.
Yes. So as I mentioned to you, right? So I'm the coder in the company. I was the first coder.
What better?
But now, specifically, there are a lot of people who've been doing it. So innovation is second point, and third is team. Without team, you can't do anything. You will have to trust your team. You will have to empower them. You will have to let them do the experiments, and that's where it all happens. I feel entrepreneur journey, right? It starts with what I want, right? What is my vision? Where I would want to see myself. Then it gets turned up to you. What is your customer want, right? So your customer really would want you to probably succeed or not succeed, because if the customer likes the product, it's a pull for you. Then it gets converted into V, that what exactly as a company you would want. So it's a journey.
From
it's a journey.
I to
V, and then specifically it's towards the community.
Such a beautiful thing, it's a journey from getting away from yourself and then getting back to yourself.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Such a beautiful thought. Thank you so much for your time. We wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
And we wish to see much of such family stories in India grow big, because we actually live in the world. We say joint families nahi chalti. It was apni nuclear family has made it so big.
हम लोग अभी तीनों साथ में रहते हैं. There is a common kitchen. Even my wife and my sister-in-laws, they have much better bond as compared to what we have as in brothers.
So leave us with the real truth of what really leads to this bond.
I think
एक
it's more
परिवार को
about
साथ रखने के लिए क्या
my
चाहिए?
mother is the key to it, because she is one of the flag bearers of the family, and she is the one who is keeping all of us grounded, all of us intact. As a matter of fact, when anytime any of us probably tries to feel high, my mother just gives an example. She gives an example, and that's what is there registered in our mind.
What is that?
The example is that कि बेटा तुम्हें पता है कि जो पेड़ पे फल लगता है ना, वो झुका हुआ होता है. So that is where you will have to probably be aligned with your thought processes, and that's where we keep on thinking about it.
I think we take that from her. We learn to go that way, because that is where we get stuck in our lives. We don't know when to bend and why to bend.
Absolutely.
So you gave us a reason. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much.
All the
Thanks
best.
for having me over
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you so much.